On tonight's show, we have entrepreneur and business owner of Skin Life Skincare, Stacey J. And now for your host, KoolKard.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kicking It with KoolKard. I am your host, KoolKard. This is episode 132. I thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. Listen, I'm here every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time, I do invite you to subscribe, share it. You know, I don't ask for too much, but I am gracious and thankful for everybody's support. You can stream this also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for your listening pleasures if you do not like to watch the visual. So you know somebody that wants to check it out, but they like to listen to podcasts. There you go. All right. Last week I had Dion Devante come on. He is a fashion stylist. He was launching a new collection for his brand. We talked about him wanting to provide free water to nations and so on and so forth. Just all these initiatives and philanthropic stuff that he's trying to do. So you know, that was a great interview. Make sure you check it out. It is streaming right now on the channel. If anybody wants to get in contact with him about any of his clothing, all the links are below. So you know how it goes. But tonight, I have another entrepreneur, a businesswoman, Stacey J. She is going to come on here and talk about beauty and skincare. And we're going to dive into that. So, you know, I always try to bring you some value. I try to bring you somebody that's doing some things, has had some successes and some triumphs, and they can tell you about their journey. And you may be able to get some value out of it and get some tips and some tools to put in your belt and help you along the way. All right. So without further ado, let me bring her in with a nice, cool welcome. And we're going to get right into it. Let's get it, y'all. Welcome to the show, Stacey.
Oh, I need that commercial you just did. That was a nice commercial. I can use that for my promo.
You can have it. I'll give it to you. I'll send it to you. Definitely. But listen, I just want to thank you. Like I was telling you before, I really want to thank you for being flexible, coming on here, kicking it with your boy, you know, hanging out with me. It's a pleasure to have you. And I do want to say this. I like to start all of my shows with a prayer. Are you okay with that?
I'm so okay with that.
Okay, cool. I gotta ask because everybody don't have the same faith. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I gotta give it up to the man. All right. All right, let's get it. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we just thank you for just joining us together tonight. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, to talk about Stacey's business, her endeavors, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, and just allow her to share her story with the world. Lord Jesus, we just thank you for waking us up this morning for good health, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, for life, for love, for family. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we thank you for this platform. We thank you for this great conversation that we're going to have, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, and we just give you all the victory, all the glory, all the love, all the praise. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. So listen, I see you out there. You all sun-kissed. You glowed up. You know, tell everybody where you are right now. Where you, you know.
So I came to Miami for the ABFF, which is the American Black Film Festival.
Okay.
Happened. This is the 25th year. It used to be the Acapulco Film Festival back in the day. So it's been around for 25 years. It is for us, by us. A gentleman, Jeff, and Nicole Friday, they started it way back then, and they've been continuing it throughout the years, and a lot of creators, filmmakers, producers, they all come to this weekend to network, to show their content and their movies, and, you know, to hopefully be picked up. So it's really awesome.
Dope. And you said you're working, right? You doing a little work? Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, man, that's dope. Well, let's talk about your background real quick because we're here to talk about Skin Life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that you have a background in like PR, marketing, or something like that.
I have a large background, a little bit.
Okay.
You know, I'm from Chicago. Started off as an entrepreneur doing event planning.
Okay.
Went in offering personal assistance services to celebrities. From there, I moved to Atlanta, and then I really got into women empowerment. You know, I know how important that is. I think each one. So I got into that. Being in Atlanta, there's a lot of opportunities. So I've also been into, you know, working on movie sets, even being on some shows, things of that nature.
Okay.
Now, fast forward, I'm actually with the skincare line because I really feel that it's important to women. Their confidence comes from, you know, how they look. And so when we feel good, you know, look good, we feel good. So I want it for women as we age, you know, because I don't know how men are, but when women age, it's like, wait a minute, is that a crow's feet or is that this? So I wanted to dive into helping women feel confident and your mindset, because it's just not about the products,
Yeah.
but to help them with that as they age, because I'm a mature woman myself, and we're getting old for sure, but you don't have to look it. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where I
And
am now.
and I will say you definitely do not look 50. When you said you were 50, I was like, wow, okay. Yeah.
Thank
So you know how it goes with us though, man. It doesn't crack.
Don't cry. But we got to make sure that we're doing things to help keep the integrity of the skin. So that's drinking water. That's getting sleep. That's not letting people stress you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Top of that. So it's a combination, and that's what my mission is with the products, is also to teach women about the self-care internally as well.
Yeah. And I think that's vital because a lot of us just think, exterior, you know what I'm saying? And it's deeper than that. And a lot of people struggle with trying to battle their acne or eczema or whatever, but they don't understand that it's all about stuff that you're putting in your body as well and nurturing what's underneath that. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is topical, and you're not getting any results. Actually, you're killing off your skin.
Right, and that stress that you're withholding, just like when you go to get a massage, and they say, "Oh, you're tense," you feel the tightness in your shoulders. That's from daily life, children, marriage, work, whatever it is. And then you have to go and put on this face and be this person outside. But when you work on your insides, it's not only for the skin, it's for your well-being and your totality of your well-being. So you want to look good, but you want to feel good inside as well.
Absolutely. And I know that you talked about like genetics too, like you've always had great skin, and then later on in life it kind of started, having some issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So as a woman, and you start to age, and hormones and premenopausal and things, you're like, okay, I've always had really good skin. However, what is this going on right here? And that's when I thought I had like an adult eczema. And so I'm, eczema. Why would I have that? So the lady that I start seeing, she had products that help address that. And then from there, it was just like I realized I'm older now, so things are changing. So how you got that snack back, products or things you do to be like, I'm good, not so much. So as you lose elasticity, collagen, all that, and you'll see your skin change. And one thing we know about women, we feel like I'm getting old. You know what I mean? I feel like we're getting better. And we know we're age. So my motto is aging is a factor, but looking it isn't. So, you have women now that's 60 and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe she's 60 years old. So think about if everybody just take a little bit more care of their body, their mind, and spirit, they can have it too.
Yeah, because I got friends, from high school that look 10, 15 years older than what they are. And then they see me and I'm just like, listen, man, water, God, I don't drink much, wine, little beer here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not using drugs, whatever. And it's just all about what you put into your body and just being stress free too. You know what I mean? We all have the day-to-day stress, but really just knowing how to like decompress, and get it out.
And let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. If you do drugs, whatever, or drink, you can still detoxify the body. They have where you can go and get, it's called an ionic foot bath, where you put your feet in there and there's an ionic sonic thing they put in there, and it pulls the toxins out your body. So if you fly in planes, there's metals we don't realize get in our skin. Yeast, everything that comes out, they're able to tell you by the foam or what's in the water releasing, that is toxicity. So I'm saying if you do that, because we know everybody not gonna be, clean.
And let me be clear, I ain't talking about no, some weed, you know what I mean? I ain't talking about a little green.
Right.
That's medicine.
I don't know about that hard stuff, y'all, but I'm saying whatever you do, even then it's still good to go. And they even have, they're like oxygen chambers. So that's good too, because oxygen chambers helps the blood cells. And it helps generate the blood cells. So there's things that now we're getting so much information on that there's no reason why. I'm not saying you're going to have my skin. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that there is a way to start to change the texture of your skin, because a lot of times people don't know the sun, you have 7 layers of skin. And so every day, if you don't wear makeup or not and you wash your face, you're going to see some dirt, you're going to see some residue. So you have to clean, you have to exfoliate. I don't care what kind of skin you have. You need to be able to go deeper under the layers. That's why people do microdermabrasion, or they'll go get a chemical peel or something of that nature, because what that do is remove deeper layers of the skin to rejuvenate new skin. So that's why a lot of times when you hear about that, that kind of takes off the old so the new can come out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we got a lot of common when it comes to the skin. Like,
yeah, your skin over there popping too.
Listen, I'm 43 years old. You know what I'm saying?
You look like you're in your late 20s.
I'll take it. I'll take it, man, for real. But I was gonna ask you, do you heal well? Cause I heal well. Like when I was a kid, when I was 5 years old, I got attacked by a dog. I don't know if you can see this. I have like a spacing in between my eyelash there. So I have like an ingrown eyelash, so it grows towards my eyes. So I have to pull it all the time, right? So the dog basically bit me from here on down, all this, and you can't tell.
You can't tell. I have a story like that too. Wasn't a dog though. My girlfriend, I was going to get a face treatment, and before I went out of town, it was like a laser treatment. And before I went out of town, she tested it, and then when I came back, I had a tan. So it wasn't my job to be like, should I still get it? So I went and got it, and as she was doing it, my face started like stinging, like burning. So I was like, is it supposed to sting? And she was like, well, no, it's just the, laser. When she finished, every space she had hit was burned. And so you know how you get an iron burn and it leaves that mark? I had them on my face like a tiger. For some reason, I just knew God wasn't gonna let it be like that. But it took my skin, I'm saying completely, to look back like this, a year. But I did everything I could. So to say, do I heal well? If you would have saw my face, it was like really everywhere she put it, so it was a line. So to be able to have my skin come back like it did, I was so thankful. So even now, I do still heal well. And that's something for people to know. If you don't heal well, you need to make sure that you're using the proper products to take care of that, make it heal first before you start putting other stuff on your face.
Yeah, definitely.
And your body. Let's talk about it. It's not just about your face, it's your body too. You gotta love all your skin, because there's a difference between dehydration and dry skin. Dry skin is from, just not having enough water. You know what I mean? Dehydrated skin is not drinking enough water. Dry skin is from you not producing enough sebum, which is natural oils that your body produces. So that's why you have some people with eczema or that psoriasis and things of that nature, is because their skin can be dry or dehydrated.
So how did that come about for you? Because you got great skin. How did the eczema come about for you? Were you not producing something?
I don't know. We kind of narrowed it down to being probably premenopausal. I don't get it often, but it does come back, because in one of my videos, I did show people, I'm like, I know people always go, oh, she got pretty skin. So if you're selling skincare products, it's almost like, come on now. But I want people to know, that's why I showed it. I'm like, I get rashes. That time of the month, I'll get like, those what they call period bumps and stuff like that. I still get issues, even though it may not be acne or it may not be, craters in my face. I still have issues. So that's why it's important to me, to take care of my skin, period. Because as you age, you don't have to look old. You don't have to. And we as women, we fight with that, because it's like, I'm getting old. You see my crow's feet, or do my smile lines too?
Men too. So, don't let us fool you.
And how you are at your heart. I'm a kid at heart. If people saw me like off camera or anything, they'd be like, she is silly, goofy. But that is what I believe keeps me youthful. It keeps me connected. You know what I mean? And I think that if you enjoy your life to the fullest, really, even in the midst of all the drama that's going on, because that's what you can do, then your whole life totality will kind of come back to you.
Yeah. I call it having a colorful mind. Like when I was a kid, it was like colors for me, and it still is really. Like I've always been acting and music and stuff like that. Always had like a colorful mind. And I lived in my own world, and I'm not oblivious to what's going on out here, but I just don't let the weighted world affect me, because I am that person. Like if I watch the news every day, I take that on.
You'll be depressed.
Yes, and it's like I get paranoid because I'm hearing about all these robberies and this and that, so I'm ready to fuck somebody up quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on edge, so I'm like, listen, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't watch the news, so I just I keep my ear to it, know what's going on, but I can't watch
That's
it every day, man, because it weighs me down. I care too much too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Pisces. Like I care too much.
No cows. I mean, the cows are dying. So I'm like, these scare tactics, or if they are dying, or I don't. You never know what the agenda is. But I don't watch the news either, because when I first 2020, I first moved in my place as an empty nester. Yay. Then COVID hit, and I was watching the news because it was new. But I was in my apartment like, I'm by myself, and I was like, God is not a fear. I'm okay. You know what I mean? And this is some time that I could take to really do some meditation or do some healing, because I had just came out of a breakup. So this was really the perfect time that I was set down to really focus on me, you know, because when you focus on kids, you focus on a husband, you focus on, you know, other things, you tend to kind of backburner you a little bit. And so that time I was able to sit down. People was like, I gained weight in COVID. I was like, I look good in COVID. Like I was working out. I did the opposite, and that just worked for me.
2020 was good to some people. You know, it wasn't all bad. You know, a lot of people found themselves. A lot of people lost themselves, but a lot of people found themselves as well, started businesses, figured some things out. They needed that time away, get their mind together. Like, I can't really say anything bad about it as far as, you know, my personal life, but I know all the people that were affected, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to disregard that. But yeah, for me, it was a beautiful time. I got to spend time with family, kick it, peace of mind. Really focused on the little things that you kind of overlook on that, you know, on your day-to-day hustle. So yeah, I can't really complain, honestly. So let's talk about your product now. What inspires you? Because I know you want to use the products, right? But what inspires you to want to help others with your products, and how is that process? Because I'll say this. My number one thing about this show is I try to provide value to people who are watching who maybe want to do what you want to do. So if you can give a little insight on how you got started and what inspires you to do it in that journey.
Okay. Well, let me say this. I've done, as I mentioned, several businesses. I started off in corporate America. I started in corporate America as an executive assistant, you know, to CEOs and things of that. And so my cousin is an actress. And so I got kind of going on the road with her work, and she started paying me, right? So I was like, this is like an executive assistant in an office, but on the road. And because I love to travel, I love people, it just worked. So I did that. I had an event planning company. I've worked at a radio station. I've done so many different things, but a lot more in the entrepreneurial realm now, because I feel like I don't want to work for nobody. I mean, to some degree, we all work for someone, but I feel like I have so much to offer that I'm given to a job that really don't appreciate it. You know, so when my turning point was when I was here in Atlanta, I felt a calling for women empowerment, right? Because I've always, a friend of mine said, Stacey, you've always been positive. And I'm thinking, yeah, I have. But you don't realize what that is as a kid or as a teenager. So for me, I've always helped people. At this event I was this weekend, it was a lady in there, and she was saying how she makes 6 figures, married, doing well, and her friends hate on her. You know, it's kind of like they're not in the same place. So for me, I was like, that's not what we do. So I had to take her number, because I just feel like we're all connected some type of way. And it's experiences and situations and events like that will connect people. So I've always had a heart for people. And as I mentioned with the skincare, now I'm like, what is it that you want to do? So I'm like, I've always been complimented on my skin. I see people, as I start working with the young lady that was helping me with my eczema, I would see people out that skin didn't look, you know, really well, and I would give them her card. I'm like, I know someone that can help you, because I know we all want to look, you know, look good and feel good. So I do that. So segue to when I was approaching my 50th, I was like, this would be an awesome time to really dig deeper into the skincare, combine it with the mindset, and then I'm still, like anything I do, I gotta be helping somebody. I mean, and that could be so small. It's not like I'm out here like, excuse me, you need help, you need help. I'm not doing that. But conversations will allow you to hear someone and you see there's something that you can offer to them. So when you're starting a business, I say, you know, really find something that you really love, because if you don't really love it, it's gonna be a quick, you know, you're gonna do it and then you're not gonna do it. But when you do something that you're passionate about, it's something that's in there no matter what. It's not like I'm in Macy's or Nordstrom's, but I believe in what I'm doing. I
Yeah, and you
believe
love it.
I'm connecting with people. I'm talking to people. Even here, I'm like, I don't have a film, but I have Skin Life that people can use before they get their makeup put on. So I'm like, I'm seeing so many opportunities, and that's when you have to get clear so you can know whatever business you're trying to do. How can I help people, serve them,
Mm-hmm.
and also enjoy it and make money too? Because of course you want to make
Yeah,
money,
of course.
but the part of knowing that you're really helping somebody, and they like the reviews I get about the skincare is not about like, yeah, I did that. It's,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, if you feel more beautiful, or the women now that have given me reviews feel more comfortable not wearing makeup a little bit more on a regular basis
Yeah.
than wearing makeup, you know? So that's, I'm like, that makes me feel good because who don't want to be skin free and you go, oh, you are so beautiful. So then you put on makeup, it's like, damn, you know, it's
Right.
an
Yeah.
enhancement. But your real skin and being able to be comfortable in that is powerful.
Yeah. And the key thing is you focused on the purpose and the journey. You know what I'm saying? And changing
Yeah.
lives, and then all the other stuff is gonna come.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and you go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, I mean, starting it actually have been a little easier because I guess it was already in my mind before, but I never moved on it.
Mhm.
And I actually launched within like 3-4 months.
Wow.
I already knew the products, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
already knew what I wanted in the line, so it wasn't like I had already did research. So it wasn't a lot. I connected with the lady that had helped me because I knew her products worked.
Right.
And so I had her help me with mine. And so by mine, I think it was like August, maybe September when I started this. By December 21st, which is my birthday, that's when I, officially launched it.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it could take a longer time, it could take a shorter time depending on what your project is.
Mhm.
But when you stay committed, I feel like now in my life I'm so committed to this. Opposed to some things you've done. I've done stuff before that it was like, okay, I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
Right.
But this here is a passion
Yeah.
project. And so that's what keeps me motivated and going and doing more research. I'm like, I'm not an esthetician, but I might be one. I might go to school for it. I just
Right.
want to be able to be more integral in it.
Yeah, just keep
And
growing.
so, yeah, so that's what people I think should do is once you find what you really want to do, just do your research and learn more about it because sometimes when you're learning, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Like
Yeah.
I'm learning so much about just the skin in general and how it affects you emotionally too. So, just keep going, keep connecting with people, keep doing the research. I don't care who is telling you, whether they don't believe in you or that they're not assisting you, that's okay. Because it's too many people in the world that need you versus don't. So
Yes. 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 Let me ask you this now: do you work with a chemist to create the product, or do you source it from somewhere?
I do both.
Okay.
I do both.
Cool. Okay.
So the lady I was speaking of, I started with her,
Okay.
and some of the other, products because I'm adding new products because the first product was the anti-aging set. So it's a
Okay.
6-step system. So I started off with that, but I knew I wanted to add more because I wanted things for the body as well.
Yeah.
So now I've included a sugar scrub. I have a Kalula body oil, which is really a natural oil, a pure natural oil that has healing elements for psoriasis, for acne, for dark spots. And so I wanted to have something a little more natural as well, because there's chemicals that you can use in your products that's safe. But I wanted to have something also for people that's like, I don't want a bunch of chemicals. I don't want anything in mine. So I started adding on, different products. I have a dark spot remover. So it actually becomes fun because I'm looking at me as a woman and go, what else? What else do I need? Like dark spot women, crow's feet, things of that. And then now I just launched a men's package. I know men don't want to do a whole bunch, so it's just only 3 things. It's a soap, a day cream, and a night cream.
Okay.
Because I've had men ask me as well. So I believe men want to feel and look good too.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I know I wanted to do something, that wasn't like you got to do 4 things in the morning and 3 things at night. And they like, I'm not doing it. So yeah, I've added the small men's package, and if they order, they get a free beard oil for those that have a beard.
Okay. All right. Check this out. I want to shoot to a clip of you presenting your line. Talk about
Okay.
your line real quick, let everybody see what it is. All right?
Okay.
Get to it. Really understand it's not just a product, some random product here, some random product there, and they don't know what to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love
Yeah.
that it's put it together as a system. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
and
dope.
I also wanted to, there's a lot of skincare products. I get it, because some people like, I'm gonna finish this and then I'll try yours. I try products,
Yeah.
because it's different things, I might not have something, being a newbie, I may not have something that's out. I'm trying to figure out if I really use it and like it, how I can do it. But there's a lot of skincare companies out here, so I know that from the big ones to the little ones on Instagram. So I know it's hard sometimes to cipher through all of us. It's kind of like, what is she talking about? What does she got? Everybody got sugar scrub. So I wanted to make sure that not only the products work, but also that there's another element to it, and that's the mindset. My organization, my women's organization, was Live 365 Empowerment. So I'm bringing a little bit of that with the skin, because when you talk about these things, I don't want to give people false hope. Like, if a person has really skin elements, and then they look at me and go, my skin gonna look like you, and it's like, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we can take care of your skin and get it to look, restore, replenish. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just a deep exfoliation. Some people that are dark are not really dark, or as dark as they are.
Right.
Once they may go get a peel, and I'm not talking about a peel that takes all your skin off, just takes the soot and the dirt off of your face, because every day all that stuff is building up on your skin. Even me, I'll go in there and wash my face, and then say the afternoon, you've been outside, you go wash it again, and it's dirty. And you're like, how's my face this dirty? So think about people that don't wash their face every day, because it is people that don't do that.
Yeah,
People
I know.
that don't system. I get it. People, like, the way I'm in the skincare, somebody's not. So, like, when I put on I go to bed greasy, and my face is all that, because I know at night it's penetrating to the skin, and your skin rejuvenates at night.
Yeah.
So that for me is like, I'm not going to bed without that. But some people do. And so that's makeup or dirt and dust and pollen and everything built up on your skin, which can create skin problems.
Yeah, I live by my little apricot scrub. I gotta get it.
Oh, right.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one you in the white bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use that too.
Yeah, that little simple apricot scrub. That does me good, man. That's all I use. I love it. I love it. And you're talking about having some stuff on your face. Try living in New York. I used to live in New York for about 6 years, man. You go outside. I mean, you be outside for an hour and come back in. You blow your nose and it's just black. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
man.
New York is a little, I like New York, but it's like so busy and so many people and energy.
know.
So yeah.
No, it's like, for me, I'm all about energy. Like, I can
Me
feel
too.
a person's energy, spirit as soon as they walk in the room. I know how people are feeling before they even know how they feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just read people really well like that. And just living in New York, that energy's just swirling too much for me. I don't know
Yeah.
if you understand what I mean, but
I know exactly what you mean. I was there in September, and I
yeah.
was outside, and there was people everywhere, and it was late at night, because they don't sleep. And I was thinking, I felt weird, because it was so many people. So I don't have to come here that often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come in, get out.
Yeah, I love New York. Don't get me wrong, but I would never live there
I
unless
wouldn't
it was for some work or whatever. But I can't do it, man. Like, I'll go out there in the summers and I'll walk Soho, and it's like, it's a great energy then, but that energy can just switch up just that quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Me either.
I can't do it. Well, listen, man, I love what you got going on. I love your products. I love the packaging. I love what it's about. I really love the fact that you said that you don't have a lot of chemicals. Like, you try not to go heavy with the chemical stuff that's gonna tear your skin up and all that. So I really love that. Once again, tell everybody where they can find it, where they can purchase it, and how to get in contact with you.
You can order from skinlife.me. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on TikTok now at It's Skin Life, ITSSKINLIFE. Follow me there. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I can answer your questions, because I want people to know what they're getting. I'm not just pushing product. I am a lifestyle completely,
Yeah.
and I want to see people that, like this makeup thing is like, yesterday I saw so many young girls with a face full. And I'm like, I'm not knocking it, y'all. I'm not. I'm just saying, what about your real skin? Like, and if it's not right, let's try to get it as right so you feel comfortable. I like being without makeup because then when I put it on, I'm like, oh, look at my face, you know.
Right.
But I don't want it to be the opposite. You see me in makeup and I take it off and you go,
Yes.
where's Stacey? You know what I'm saying? So, skinlife.me. I'm available to answer any questions you may have or any suggestions you may have because I like to talk with people and say, hey, what are your skin goals? What are some things that you would like to see? And those are the things I want to bring to the masses.
Definitely. Definitely. I love it. Self-analysis before we go. What's one thing that you feel that you could be doing better to get you to where you're going?
Oh, a little more discipline. I'm gonna tell you, a little more discipline because I move around a lot.
Okay.
I'm a little hyper, you know, and sometimes I need to focus a little bit, you know, more. But it's been getting better because I've made that really the forefront of it because I know that's the division between success and being stuck. You know what I mean? It's actually being disciplined, moving forward with what you're trying to do, not giving up, not lagging. We all get weary. We all get tired. You know?
Absolutely.
And I haven't gotten that with Skin Life, but I have with other stuff. I used to do boxes, like subscription boxes with a lot of, you know, powerful, positive things in there, sage, candles, and t-shirts and stuff. And I like doing it, but it was like, you know, so we all have something that we fall off on. We start doubting it. But when you get disciplined and focused and be around people that help you do that, like other business people, like they're really charging on their business, you need to be talking to them. You guys may have two different businesses, but the method is the same. We need to discipline, we need to sit down and focus, and when you fall off, get back up, because what did you start it for in the first place? What's your why? You got to remember why.
You always got to resort back to that. Why? Why, man? And just trust the journey and trust the process and love the process. That's the thing, though. Like you said before, if you don't love it, because there's a lot of people, especially these young kids, man. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to do this, do that. So they're jumping at whatever's thrown in their face if they think they can get to the quote unquote bag quickly.
Yeah.
But they don't see it through because they don't love it. They're just trying something because they're trying to get to the money. You know what I'm saying? But something like, you know, what you're doing and you're loving it, you got a purpose and you're trying to help people. And the same thing with me. Like, I got a purpose. I do this for people. Real quick, I ain't gonna be long-winded, but I was surfing Instagram, right? And I was doing tech review. I was doing tech review on here because I used to do this going to like Soul Train and, you know, nightclubs and interviewing artists and comedians and whatever, right? And then my cameraman disappeared somewhere, whatever. Anyway, so I got into I got into doing tech review because I love gadgets, but I didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, the human element is missing. Like, I love talking to people. I love helping people and talking people through things. So eventually I was on Instagram and I just started seeing all these kids, man, just trying to do something with themselves, but then you got all these people that are showing what they're doing, but not really showing the journey or the struggle behind it. And if it's even really real, because a lot of people on there are faking too. So I was like, man, people need to be able to get some information, free game, without having to pay for a master class. Now, I'm not saying all master classes are bad, because I've taken some that are good, right? They're worth money, but a lot aren't. They take your money and they leave cliffhangers. So at the end of the master class, it's like, oh, sign up for part 2 and pay me another $3,000 to learn what I didn't teach you, what I said I was going to teach you in the first one. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me create a platform, bring some people on here who are having success from all different walks of life. If you go back through my episodes, I got everybody from doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people out here that want to do everything. So why not come on here and get some free game for, you know, from someone who's doing it, really doing it. And that's what I try to do, you know? So my goal for this show is to make it to television. You know, I want something like a Steve Harvey or either late night, but I really want to do like charities, giveaways, talk people through things, help people through things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's I had a radio show. Well, I have one, but it's kind of, I haven't done anything lately with it. Same thing is if I have a platform, if people like me or like the people that I talk to, let me put them on a stage. Because when I worked for, I used to produce Ricky's Mind the Morning Show. It was primarily for celebrities. You know what I mean? Like you're not coming on there. So for me, that's not fair. I get it's business. But I wanted to have that same thing where I had a platform that I could bring people, celebrities, regular people, you know, because I like to do variety. Because all celebrities didn't start like, bam, I'm rich.
Right.
So, but people, everyday people that are doing great things to encourage somebody else. You may not resonate with me, but I may bring someone on that you resonate with.
Yes.
So I love it. I understand it totally. I don't have to be sold on it. If someone has a platform that I can share something that would encourage somebody to do better, that's what we're supposed to do. You're not supposed to hate on each other. You're not supposed to be tearing other people down. I don't care if you don't know them. You know, when I look at some of the things that, you know, the opportunities here now are endless. So it's really like put your whole self in.
Yes.
See what you can do with it. And then if it doesn't work, that's okay. Maybe you may want to do something else. But if you put your whole, immerse yourself into what you're doing, think it, breathe it, love it. And yeah, do I want to make a lot of money off of it? Absolutely. I know it won't be overnight though. And I'm okay with that. So if I got to work in between and travel and do other little projects, okay. But Skin Life is still the forefront of my life. Nobody made it overnight. I'm sure, what is it? Clinique, all those great brands, they didn't make it over, you know, so I just encourage people to get in, dive in, immerse yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Love what you're doing. Love the journey, man. And stop looking, know where you're headed, but keep your head down and just do the work, man.
Yeah, and stop comparing with these people on Instagram because I'm telling you, don't know their struggle. Their pictures, their video, they making their stuff. It looks great. I look at it and go, oh, that's nice. That's a great idea, you know. But I'm not like, why she's selling up? I don't know her story. I don't know where she come from. I don't know how long she's been doing it. What if she's done it 5 years before I have? So now in the 5th year, she's booming. I started 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that it's going to take time, and I'm okay with that because if it happened overnight, sometimes the psyche, what could that do for you? Like, could it make you cocky? Like, my stuff for 3 months, you know, or really going through the journey and going, oh, I remember when I had to get with the chemist and, oh man, this didn't come out right, but then we had to do this. And those are the, I do know that on Instagram that you're hearing a lot of the people that are experts, they want to see or they want to hear your struggle. You know, I don't have no problem telling mine. But don't compare yourself to these people. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know at all what all glitter ain't gold. So if anything, look at people that you do look at and admire and see if they're doing things that you like and say, hey, I don't have to do exactly what they're doing, but I can do something similar. You know what I'm saying? And make it your own and be authentic with it.
Yes. Choose to be inspired. At the end of the day, just choose to be inspired. You know what I'm saying? Because all that stuff that you're seeing is information overload anyway. That can make you depressed. You know?
Oh my, that's the classes because actually, you know, when you said that, I was like, well, I'm gonna have one coming up, but mine is gonna be straight to the point. You know what I mean? Because what I do believe in, I've done master classes too, so I've gotten a lot of free, valuable information, but I knew a lot already. So it might require me to go and get the $3,000 master class because I can get corners. If it is something I feel valuable and I'm like, I could really learn more, then I would be interested. But I am going to do one where it's going to be, it's free, you know, and if they get tips and tools from that, so that's great. If people that want me to walk with them through it, then that's, you know, different. But to say what you said, every time I'm on there, it's a new master class and you be thinking, I think I might need that. Don't fall for that. Figure out what you really need so that when you're on there and you're looking, you realize like, okay, I can scroll past this because a lot of times everything sounds good. It is people that's talking to your pain points. If you feel that there's value, you really need it, go for it. Educate, pay for it, you know, and if you need it. But if you just need bits and pieces, then get those bits and pieces and add them to your arsenal and you'll be fine. Like, you'll be fine.
Words of wisdom right there. Absolutely though. You speaking the gospel on that, man. Like people really need to understand that you can't, and that's, I'm telling you, that's what's depressing all these people out here is information overload, and they get so much information, now they don't even know where to start or whose method to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to even apply it anymore because you've got all this information because it's just too much.
Yeah, I've been there like, you know, sign up for this, sign up for that. Because I'm like, they're talking something I initially hear, and I'm like, well, let me go listen to the video and then make a decision there. You ain't got to jump on everything, y'all. You don't have to do it. You just got to, you know, you get free information, but then there may be times you have to pay. Don't be afraid to pay if you're investing in yourself, but invest Don't just like, oh, she said because she this, or she's somebody high on Instagram. You're like, she know. She may not know, or she may know, but you have to follow what feels good to you. Like, I'm not signing up for everybody's class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to get nuggets. I'm going to provide nuggets, and then I'm going to make them my own.
Yeah. And you kind of got to carve out, your picture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is kind of know what you are about or whatever you're doing is about before you start jumping into these classes. Because now, once you start getting all that information, you're being wavered and swayed, and now you really don't even have your identity.
Yeah.
So if you know where you're trying to go, then you can pick and choose, like you were saying. It's a la carte. You pick and choose what you need to grab, and okay, I'm put that in my tool belt. Put this in my tool belt. I'm gonna use that, and you're not gonna copy them, but you're gonna utilize it. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing's that new anymore. It's not like you like going to the moon ain't new. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like you're not gonna really see anything new. So it's you doing it and making it your own. Like I'm doing skincare. A lot of people that I follow do skincare. I just follow it, kind of keep up the curve and all that. Look, and I'm like, oh, I like how they did that video. Wait, I got my tape or whatever. If that's copy, and then I'm copying. But I'm saying inspiration. Something that you might not have thought of. But I know about that getting caught up in people renting fake homes and got on jewelry and stuff like that and doing, you be thinking like, oh my God, they're doing it. No, they're not. They rented it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, let me see you in real life. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if that's really what you're doing, how you live it. If you live in apartments, so what? You ain't got to fake you in the house. Be who you are. It's so much beauty being who you are. Like, I don't know, for me, I was already moving that way, but that 50 hit different. That 50 hit me different.
So that 40 hit me different, I'm telling you.
Oh, wrong. And then you think about, remember when your aunts and stuff would be like, I don't deal with that. I ain't got no time for that. You'd be like, ugh, now I'm like that, like,
now
I get it.
I don't have you get it.
Is it going to matter tomorrow or in 5 years? It's not. I don't want to hold on it. I've learned the art of letting go. I can't. What can I do about it? Facts are feeling. How are you feeling? Or is it a fact? Am I just feeling away? Or is it a fact? Other thing is, I realize people are passive to the point that they don't, like if someone's blunt, I'm not saying rude, I'm saying blunt, direct. We're so sugar-coated with everything that when someone's, honest or just being forthcoming, people be like, that's rude. And it's like, no, it's true. So it's so many things that, at 40, I learned this level, and then 50 was like, I'm not doing a lot of stuff no more. You know what I mean? So I just think if people really take time, go within for real, even with kids, you got to take your time. All that burning yourself out for them kids, they're going to leave and go and live their life. So you have to still, you can't be talking about when they get 18, I'm going to travel, or when they get 18, I'm going to do this. You got to travel with them and help them become well-versed, and also show them how to take self-care and take time for yourself. You're teaching them. Don't wait. You don't know when our number is. When your time.
Exactly.
I'm hoping to make it to 90, but I don't know what God has planned for me, so enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to live it, man. You can't wait. Wait on nothing. Wait on nothing, man. That's my motto. I wait on nothing. Like,
no.
Even if I don't have it all together, I'm gonna grow as I go. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna enjoy this life, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah, man. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you because you look happy. You're looking good. You're glowing. You got your thing. Listen, for 6 months, man, you have a great presentation. Like, your packaging is amazing. Like,
thank you.
You've come so far in 6 months. I've seen people who have been doing it for 2-3 years, and it looks like they just started. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's a home-based business. I'm at home doing this. You know what I mean? I'm getting the labels. Getting the labels. I ain't got no family behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the crib. I got a stand in the house with all my products on it and stuff. I'm like, I need a house because I need to expand. Things of that. But I'm like, no, I'm at home doing this. I'm actually putting the packages together, taking them over to the post office, printing out the labels. I don't have help when it comes to that. So it's just a one-woman show. So someone did a reel. It says, when you are kind of tripping on business owners to not get your product as fast as Amazon. Amazon is a huge company with so
Machine.
many employees that you can get your stuff like that. I can get on there now and be like, you want it by in the morning? I'm like,
Right.
how you gonna get it to me in the morning? So
Right.
with small business owners, have some patience with us because, you know, for me, I love what I do. So I want to make sure the package is right. I put in personal thank you notes that I write out. I care about what I'm giving because it's a representation of me. You know what I'm saying? So when you get it, you like, where you get it from? Some girl named Stacey. You know what I'm saying? Now you go look me up. But yeah,
Right.
I'm in the trenches right now too. You know what I mean? And getting my hands dirty, but loving every way of it.
I got a
I'm
question for you. A question. Have you ever thought about? I ask everybody that comes on here that's selling a product. Have you ever thought about selling on Groupon?
not Groupon, but SD, and I thought about SD and then Amazon, but I didn't think about Groupon.
Listen. I don't have anything to sell yet. I haven't started my merch line, right? But when I do, I'm putting it on Groupon because I'm gonna make some stuff
Oh,
that's like, just like I'm cool type of stuff. Like it has nothing to do with the show, but somebody would like it and buy it. I just think
mm-hmm.
Groupon is a gold mine. I really, really do. And they have an algorithm that if you're selling, it's free marketing for you as well. But I really feel like, because some people will be like, well, nah, I don't want my stuff to come off as cheap. But that's not the issue. That's not where I'm coming at with that. Like with Groupon, think about Groupon. Does
Mm-hmm.
anybody go on Groupon looking for a name brand? No, they go in there looking for a deal and they read the
Yeah,
reviews, and if it's quality, they're gonna buy it. So
yeah.
if you have your stuff on there and you mark it down just a little bit, not too much, and then they
Mm.
buy it and they love it, then guess what? You don't keep the
That's
deal
the
up forever. Where they coming to? Your website, and they're gonna buy it.
that's good. Thank you for that because we put our stuff on sale anyway. We like Memorial Day sale,
Right.
Christmas sale. So you're doing that anyway. So I don't have a problem with it. I try to offer discounts. Like even if you go to my Instagram on Iskin Life and you put in the word if you text me, you'll get a discount code.
Okay.
And that for people that don't know you, they want to try
Right.
you. So it's like, let me give you a little discount code and then you try it. And if you like it, then I give off if you do a review,
Okay.
it's different ways you do it. So yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it.
Yeah, man. Go to the homepage. I think it's like you click on something where it says like sellers or something. I don't know what it is. But I told my
Hmm.
son to go do it. He did it. I don't know if he's finished with it, but yeah. I tell everybody, but nobody does it. And I'm just like, I want to see somebody do
Well, I'm
it.
gonna
But
have to
I
come on
know.
here part tell people I'm on Groupon, whatever works. They got Shop Pay now. I'm on
Yeah.
this app called Shop Pay. I didn't know about that, but when you're with Shopify, they tell you about the different platforms you could be on.
Yeah.
So I got on the Shop Pay. So when people are on Shop Pay, they can see me,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm open to all visibility.
Man, I'm telling you. Listen, if you do it, shoot me a DM and let me know how it's going. I'm curious. I'm
Yeah.
really curious. I tell everybody to do it and nobody does it, but I'm just so curious and I
I'll
think
come back as the first person that did it once I figure it out. Come back and say she finally one person I told did it because
yeah.
I'm
I think it's a
looking
gold
to.
mine.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I really do. And skincare, I mean, it sells itself, you know?
Yeah.
It sells
Yep.
itself. Beauty is beauty. You know what I'm saying? It sells itself. So, man, if you get on there, I really think you could do well on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm definitely gonna try it.
And the presentation is there, so all you need is just the reviews. I mean, let me know. I'll go on there.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna do my research. And this is what, like you say, the show, you suggested that. I never thought about that. Nobody's
Nobody
ever
does.
mentioned me. So that's what I'm saying. Now it's like, okay, let me try that. That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely gonna hit you up once I figure it out to tell you because that is something to, if you have a product or a
Yeah.
service. Because when I look for massages, that's why I go. I'm like, let me find me a massage
Every
discount.
time. Every time. And what are they doing? Promoting the best sellers. That's free promotion. The algorithm's gonna work for you as long as you can just bring people to it.
Yep, I'm on it.
Do
I
that.
am on it.
And
Yeah.
listen, I really, really appreciate you coming on, taking the time out. I know you're traveling, so very, very appreciative of that, man. Love the conversation. Like I love to make it a conversation. We really just kick it. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be too interviewee, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kicked it, man. So yeah, I love your vibe, the energy, your spirit. Blessings to you, and just thank you, man, for real. Yeah.
No, thank you for having me because, you know, having these opportunities to just talk, period, you know, talk about, you know, mindset, all that. We would be talking forever, but I appreciate the opportunity to promote it and to talk with you and stuff. And thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. My pleasure. Drop that website one more time so everybody can go there.
Skinlife.me. Skinlife.me.
All right, you guys go and support. Really appreciate you tuning in. You know where I'm at every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm right here kicking it with someone like Stacey J, giving you free game, giving you the value that you deserve. All right, I do this for you. Can't do it without you. All right, we out of here. Peace and love. Thank you once again, Stacey. Blessings.
Thank you.
All right, we out of here, y'all.